Good morning, everybody. Good morning, St. Louis. And this right here is Arch City Now. We've got a heck of an echo going on, but that's okay. We're going to power through it. No worries. And here's the best part about this is that it's New Year's Eve, everybody. We're going to have a great day today. I'm going to try my best to make sure that you get into work safely. And if you're curious and you're like, where is Vic? Like, this does not sound like Vic. This is not what I'm used to here on the Lou Information Station. Well, that's because my name is Tony Patrico. Usually when I am in the studio here, it is much different. It is much different. Usually it is dark outside, and usually I am talking about music and things that are going on in the St. Louis area. But today we're talking about St. Louis, baby. And I am joined in studio by Ryan Swinger. Ryan, great to see you today. How are things? Everything good? I know he's over there doing a little bit of trying to figure some things out today, and that's all good. Listen, things are different today because I'm not in the studio. I am actually at my home studio in Peevely, Missouri. Beautiful Peevely. So shout out to all my Jeffco folks, and very excited to be hanging out with you guys again. I wanted to say thank you to Vic for allowing me to be on the air here, and there he is. Hey, Ryan, what's up, dude? How are you, man?
What's up, man? Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly, baby. And it's beautiful to see you on the morning. Usually it's a Saturday morning that we're hanging out, and usually we're talking about wrestling. And if it's cool with you, we could spend 2 hours talking about wrestling. I can easily do that, man.
I barely watched Raw, so we could do about 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
No, dude. I listen, Saturday is for wrestling, man. I don't want to make the people that are heading into work today, the few lone people that actually do have to head in the office today. The one thing I don't want to do is bore them to death and put them to sleep with a bunch of wrestling talk. But I'm very excited for today. Again, lots of stuff to cover. It is 2025. We're wrapping things up. So I felt it was best to kind of talk about some of the highlights of 2025. We'll focus on some St. Louis highlights and things like that. But also, I want to make sure that we talk about like everything else that happened, movies, TV shows. What about the biggest news stories? We'll get into all of that a little bit here. But what I wanted to start out with is, Ryan, what did you get for Christmas, bro?
Oh, okay. So basically, this is my best Christmas gift. I didn't get this for Christmas, but I got it fixed for Christmas. So
okay, so first off, while we were getting set up here, I see you rocking the old school, and everybody knows when I explain what this jacket is that you're wearing, nobody is going to question what I'm talking about because everybody knows exactly what it is. It is the black, blue, and gold Rams zip-up leather jacket. You know somebody who is wearing that jacket. Yeah,
let me show the screen
stand up and give a spin. Stand up and give a spin here, man. This jacket is so solid. I mean, look at this thing.
Yeah.
And that is through and through quintessential St. Louis Rams gear. Like, I knew so many people that have that exact jacket, and it is sharp. And the reason being, somebody with this? Dude, listen, man, hold on, time out. Okay. What year were you born?
I was born in 2003.
Okay, so the Rams have been around in St. Louis for a little bit before you were even born. Trust me, that jacket was rocked by a lot of people in St. Louis. Now, I will say this. Not a lot of people have it today. So when it comes to retro fashion, man, that jacket, that style of jacket, I remember when I worked at the Finish Line in the early 2000s. I remember there was like a wave where those style of jackets were huge, man. It didn't matter if it was a Rams jacket, a Miami Heat jacket, like they went through all the sports. Dude, those jackets were awesome. And I remember when kind of the turn happened, the Rams left, and everybody was like, nope, I'm done with all this stuff. There were a lot of people selling stuff like that, those jackets, for like $10, man. It was $10 and you could get that sweet. Oh, dude. Yeah, for sure. And I'm telling you guys, just go to Google and type in black leather Rams coat and you'll see it pop up. That's a solid gift, man. What do you mean you got to fix though? What do you mean you got to fix?
So I've had this jacket for about like a year, right? And
Okay.
it was from my granddad. My granddad passed away when I was a freshman in high school, and my mom tried to give me this jacket, but like I didn't really understand like fits for real. So I was like, I'm cool. I don't really want it. But then,
who wants a leather jacket? I don't need a leather jacket.
yeah, right. And then like my freshman year of college, well, not even freshman year of college, really like my senior year of college, junior year. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start wearing this jacket because I'm cold. It's Iowa. I'm gonna look cool with leather jacket and stuff. But it got ripped a little bit. And then, because I like fell in Iowa and I fell on like a stick and it like ripped right at the stitching.
You gotta be kidding me. You fell on a stick and it ripped open?
Yeah, like I felt it was a really pointy stick.
Hey, man, back off. It was a really pointy stick.
Yeah, I fell and I was like, dang, bro, my jacket. And then my grandma fixed it for me. But I also got another jacket that's like the black stormtroopers?
Yeah.
That got like the cool trench coats things.
Yep.
I got a jacket like that, but it got like a side zipper thing.
Oh, my like man. See, you know what, Ryan? You can pull that off. I cannot pull that off.
Yeah.
If I wore that coat, people would be like, what the hell is this guy wearing?
It's like, and it's super duper long too. I wore it to the studio, I think like Monday. And my grandma got it from Korea, like off Amazon, but it's like a Korean brand. So we can rock with it. But yeah, it was nice.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
That's really about it.
Dude, the main reason I ask is because on my way into the full-time gig this week, I was listening to the fellows from Hot Take Central, and they casually asked Rockio, like it wasn't even like a thing. They went, "Hey, Rock, what'd you get for Christmas?" And his exact answer was, "You don't care what I got for Christmas. It doesn't matter. You don't care." And at first,
Rockio.
And like, well, here's the thing. Rock's my guy, dude. Like when I listen to the show, I tend to, and I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but I tend to side with Rock on a lot of things. So he starts saying this, and I almost was like, come on, man. Like, not my Rock. You guys just share it. Like they're just being nice. They're being general conversation. We're on the radio. We're trying to make conversation here. So I was like, man, that's crazy. And then the more I thought about it, the more he's right. Because Ryan, I asked you that question and I genuinely wanted to know the answer. Okay. I genuinely wanted to know what you got for Christmas, but I got into the office and we were talking at the office, just kind of right around the bullpen, just hanging out. And I remember, my boss said, "Hey, what'd you get for Christmas?" And as I'm spewing what I got for Christmas, in the back of my head, I'm going, this is what Rockio means. This guy don't care. He don't care what I got for Christmas. So stupid. It's so dumb. But again, dude, I think that jacket's solid. I think that is like, it's what, and guess what? With that's a Christmas gift that probably didn't cost a whole bunch of money to get the jacket fixed, but that means
it cost me like $12 because I had to buy the yard and stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, and that's exactly the gifts that I like to get and the gifts that I like to give. Like maybe there is something in my past that me and my gal, we went to a restaurant and a funny thing happened and I can find a little tchotchke that reminds her of that moment. That gift goes way more in my brain than buying a $100 gift card to Target. The thoughtful gifts mean so much. And those are the ones that you want to talk about. Like that jacket, that's a great story. You didn't just say, and I go, "Hey man, what'd you get for Christmas?" And you go, "A PlayStation. It was cool." It has a story behind it. And that's awesome. But I just thought it was funny, dude. When I heard Rock losing his mind, which is pretty much every 5 minutes on that show.
Yeah, every show.
I was just so at first I was so bummed because I was like, oh, just share what you got for Christmas and move on. And then it hit me. Nobody cares. Nobody cares what you got for Christmas. Everybody's an adult. We're moving on here. Unless you're 10 years old, nobody really cares what you got for Christmas. But I can't believe, Ryan, that this year's already over. I mean, it feels like
this has been a weird year for me.
I'm telling you, and people in St. Louis, let us know. You could text in 314-590-3770. You can email me directly, patrico@soundsofstl.com. This is what I absolutely love is I am under the full belief, and some people may think I'm absolutely crazy, but I'm under the belief that something has happened to where time moves faster than it used to. And I don't think it's an age thing because my folks are like, when you get older, that happens. No, man, this year zoomed by. like faster than any year I can remember previously. I don't know, and
Yes.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist, Ryan. I really am not. I promise you. But I think something has happened in time where the clocks are different now. The hours
Yeah,
go by
man.
faster.
I've been saying this since I walked the stage, man. When it hit May and I walked across that stage, my life has been on speed boost. Like, I remember it. Right when I got back to St. Louis from like school and stuff, I came here
Yeah.
for like a week, and I just kept showing up. And then by the end, like then July was done, and then I just started working here, and I was like, oh wow, I'm here now. And then I just started working
Quick,
every day, and
man.
it's been the same thing.
Hey, let me tell you this. First off, congratulations, because I'm just letting you know, in the world of radio, especially in 2025, that don't happen, homie. Like
that don't happen.
That scenario does not happen anymore. You usually go to school, then you do an internship for 3 years, and then you're lucky to get a job where you're pushing buttons on a board behind us, behind the scenes. So like this is an opportunity where, especially in 2025, man, you roll with it. And
Exactly.
To be honest with you, and not, this isn't the Ryan Swingler appreciation hour, even though I feel like it's getting that way. But dude, you work incredibly hard, homie. Like I'm working with you on multiple different things with the station, and when you got it, dude. And I definitely think that even though 2025 flew by, you got to relish the moment, man. Enjoy things and really take a second to just go, hey, I really appreciate this. I really appreciate the fact that I'm able to do this, man. Like we get to do this
Dave
for a living
all the time. Like I always tell Dave that whenever I'm leaving the station or something, like literally, I think I told him that like last week. I was like, man, I just really appreciate the opportunity, like especially because my first internship was here too. So
yeah, look at you.
I interned at
You're home, baby.
Yeah, and then I interned at 590, and then whatever happened to it happened. And I picked up another internship running like a ladies like brand show, basically.
Yeah.
So I was like, I just appreciate being able to come back. I get to work with people that like literally got me in this field. Like,
I love it, man.
Earl Austin,
and you get to work, with people
and I get to work with Tony Patrico, the sounds of
Look at what's up, dude. How are you? Yeah, I love it, man. Love it. Dude, a similar story for me, man. I was a promotions intern for the radio station for almost 3 years. And then I got the call, man. I got the call up to the big leagues. So as long as you keep grinding, baby, it's going to come for you too. But like I mentioned, time goes by fast, dude. It goes by so fast. And I know the big thing with it being New Year's Eve is people are making New Year's resolutions. I every year make like 3 or 4 things where I'm like, this is what I'm going to do. These are my resolutions. I am going to nail them. And by February, I quit, easily quit. And they listen, it's common. It's common.
It is common.
And the reason being is because people set goals that are unachievable. Okay. So instead of setting that unachievable goal, here are some suggestions as to how to not fail your New Year's resolution. Okay. Usually people say, I'm going to drink 8 glasses of water a day. That's what they say. That's to be healthy, 8 glasses of water a day. How about this? Shoot for 1 glass. 1 glass. Drink 1 glass of cold water every morning when you wake up. It's a habit. It's a habit. And if you start your day with a win, which again, that's an easy win. Tell yourself, I'm going to wake up every morning, and before I do anything, I'm drinking a tall glass of water. If you do that, your brain will go, you won the day. You've already won. So you can build that habit slowly. All right.
Yeah,
how about this? Go ahead. No.
Literally, I don't have no New Year's resolution yet. But like I do know I'm gonna start working on my core more. But like
there you go.
When I was like lifting it, like when I came back from school, I was like, man, I gained a lot of weight. I hurt my knee. My girlfriend knows how to cook, so I was eating good. And I was like, man. You
got comfy, baby. You got comfy.
I haven't been this like body, like mass. Like this is the most I weighed, but this isn't the fattest I've been. I'm like, man, I can still hoop. I can get back, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, I'm gonna actually lift this summer. I'm not gonna just like not eat and hoop. I'm gonna actually lift and see if I'm gonna lose weight. And I lost like 40 pounds and gained muscle too. And I'm like,
look at you.
I'm like, yeah, I actually like lifting. I used to hate lifting in the weight room, all that stuff. But now
the craziest thing is, man, is because you wanted to do that for you and you just kind of set it as a New Year's resolution. You aren't somebody like me that's like, man, I really screwed up in 2025. I got to get it together in 2026. So I'm going to tell myself I'm going to work out every day again, you say that, you're going to fail. So instead of saying that you're going to work out every day, tell yourself this: I'm going to walk for 10 minutes, because then that 10-minute walk is going to turn into a 20-minute walk. That 20-minute walk will turn into a 40-minute walk. And the next thing you know, you're walking for an hour every single day. Because once you get out there, you'll go for the first week, you'll be like, this 10 minutes, this is long. I don't want to do this. I'm forcing myself to do it. Week number 2, that 10 minutes seems like 3 minutes. And then you just continue to go. And again, doing something is 1,000 times better than doing nothing. Here's one that I am going to try my best to do. I know I will fail miserably, but I'm going to try my best. You know the saying, Ryan. They say, don't eat anything after 9 o'clock. If you go by that rule, you'll be better, right?
I do that all the time.
I want to take that rule and tweak it just a little tiny bit. I'm having a digital sunset at 9 o'clock. At 9 o'clock, no more TikTok, no more Twitter, no more social media after 9 o'clock for me. Now, it's not like no TV or anything like that, but as far as all of the apps, my phone, all of that stuff, done by 9 o'clock, shutting her down. And I think that's something that's achievable. I think that's great. I think another one that's good, tell yourself that once a week, you're going to try a different vegetable, a vegetable you've never had before.
Ew.
I think that's a great one too.
That is
try
a good one,
something new. It doesn't even, let's even make it easier for folks. It doesn't even have to be a vegetable. Just try something new. Tell yourself every week you are going to buy something that you've never tried before at the grocery store. Could be a great 2026 for you when it comes to culinary stuff. I love this too. Automatically set up a daily transfer of $1 from your bank account to your savings account.
Oh yeah, I'm doing that.
I know it's only $365, but just imagine if today, 1 year from now, I could look at you, Ryan, and go, here's $365. Would you not go, hell yeah, that's awesome?
Yeah, I'll take $365. It would have helped me with my parking tickets I had to pay over this weekend.
Where'd you get parking tickets at? What's wrong with you? You park them where you're not supposed to?
So I live downtown, right? But I have a parking pass. I park at the Marriott and stuff. But my friend, he's living in Soulard, like right at the end of the thing. So man, I parked at Soulard on Saturday. I'm thinking it's sweet. I try to park there, gave me a ticket. I'm like, let me pay off. I'm like, it's Christmas. I got some Christmas money. Let me pay off all these tickets. So I know I have a couple that I'm like, you know what? Let me just pay this. Man,
you better get those taken care of, because if I find out that you get pulled over riding dirty, man, I'm gonna be upset.
Already taken care of. All
right, perfect. Good. Hey, because you don't want to go into 2026 with some fines waiting for you. That's a terrible way to start.
That's what I was saying. I'm like, man, let me just. Yeah, because I know I had another one, because he used to live at SLU, because he went to SLU. So I parked at SLU and I got another one. I was like, man, bro, I'd never get parking tickets.
Maybe you should get new friends. Maybe you should get friends that aren't going to get your parking tickets.
I should have my friends pay for my meter, because why are you guys making me park on the street?
You want to hang out? You want to hang out with Ryan? You better pay me to hang out with Ryan.
That's what I'm saying. I should have parked across the street at the Jimmy John's or something and just hope they don't tow me.
There you go. Oh, don't do that, because listen, regardless, a parking ticket is way better than being towed, man. Oh my God.
Oh my.
That's way ridiculous.
That's the worst.
It's the worst. And especially you walk out, and especially living in St. Louis, we have to say it. You walk out and you go, somebody took it. It's gone. Somebody took my car. It's gone. It's over. How about this, man? Go ahead. I was going to say, go ahead.
I got my car towed in Des Moines once. I was getting my hair done, so I had to pay to get my hair done, and then I had to pay to get my car out the lot too. Oh, that hurt so bad.
Dude, I was just about to say, I was in Austin for a wedding, Austin, Texas, and we were driving around. We went to a couple of the bars down in Austin. Hell, we're in Austin. Let's party. And another guy that we were down there with parked his car. We went to a bunch of bars. We came back, car gone. He parked somewhere he wasn't supposed to. They towed it. Out of town for a wedding, 2 a.m, car towed. Dude, what a terrible feeling. I mean, that's the worst. I just started crying if it was me. I would have started crying. Hey, here's another one that you could put on your New Year's resolution list of something where you're not going to fail. I think this is genius. When I saw this, I think I might incorporate this into my day starting right now. They call it the 2-minute tidy. And what that means is before you go to bed, whatever room you're in, whatever you need to get done, set a timer for 2 minutes. Okay, that's it, 2 minutes. And pick up, clean, and tidy whatever space or area in your house you want to for those 2 minutes nonstop, and then go to bed. They say not only will it help you clean up, because once you're put on a timer, you move a little quicker. You don't dilly-dally around, and, it takes you 25 minutes to just pick up 3 toys that are sprawled throughout the house. But it also says it kind of tricks your brain into getting one final win before bed, which helps you fall asleep easier, because you're tricking yourself to go, I just killed it. I just accomplished so much in 2 minutes, that your brain kind of calms you down a little bit, and then you fall asleep a little easier. So I think that's great. I think that's a stellar one. Here's one I definitely need to get better at, and that's the just checking in text. Hitting somebody up and just saying, how you doing, man? Been a minute since I talked to you.
It's been a minute from Patrico, man. Let me hit you up.
It's been a minute from TP. Just want to say how you doing, okay? Like, just check in with people, because especially Ryan, you'll find this out as you get older. It's weird, because when I was your age, it was so-and-so's grandma passed away. So-and-so's grandpa passed away. Now, at my age, it's so-and-so's mom passed away. So-and-so's dad passed away. And the older you get, your friend list, whether it's intentional, whether it's their decision, whether it's out of everybody's hands, gradually gets smaller and smaller and smaller. So those that are in your life that you're talking to, make sure you check in on them. Make sure you say what's up. See how they're doing. Hey, what'd you get for Christmas? Like, you really care.
Oh, no, because I already keep my circle small now, so I'm even scarier now.
Yeah, man. No, listen. Close circles are great, man. Like, I know there are a bunch of, people that I know that have 3 solid friends, and that's it. Like, their crew is 3 folks, and that's it. I will tell you, my situation is rare. And everybody that I talk to that's outside of my close circle is like, wait, what? That can't be real. And it is. Our circle, our close group is 30 people. And we have hung out since sophomore year in high school. And still to this day, we hang out regularly. And that is incredibly rare. And I know how rare that is. But it's one of those things where it's a lot of that has to do with the checking in text. There are times where I get texts from my buddies that I consider my best friends in the world. We might not talk for a month, but then they send me a text and they go, hey, man, how are you? And I'm like, this is why this dude's one of my best friends, because he's actually checking in. So try that instead of saying like, oh, I'm going to hang out with all my friends once a week. No, you're not. No, you're not. Life happens, man. You're not going to do that. But it's easy to send a text that says, what's up? That's it. That's all you got to do. And here's one that a lot of people fall victim to. Ryan, I'm going to read 10 books this year. I'm going to read 10 books this year. No, you're not.
Y'all don't even read 10 news articles.
You're not going to read 10 books. You're not going to. And I know reading 10 books in a year doesn't seem like outrageous and impossible, but I know who you are, because you're just like us. You're going to say you're going to do it because it sounds really cool, and you're not going to. So instead of saying I'm going to read 10 books this year, just say I'm going to read 10 pages every day. 10 pages of a book every day. You might get through 3 books. You might get through 4 books. You might only get through that one. But again, you're setting yourself up with goals that you can actually achieve, as opposed to goals that are impossible. And your brain looks at that and goes, no way I can knock that out. No way. And then finally, and this is impossible for me, no phone 15. When you wake up, for the first 15 minutes of your day, don't look at your phone. I am in bed, laying in bed with the alarm. I am in bed with the alarm going off, and I'm looking at my phone. There's absolutely no way that I can sit there and go, yes, this is exactly, I could do this. No way. I'm out, dude. I am out. No way. We'll get into a lot more New Year's Eve stuff here in just a little bit. But before we head to the break here, I did have some information that I think is very important. There are some new laws that are coming to Missouri and Illinois starting tomorrow. So it's nothing crazy. It's nothing that you need to be like, oh, I can turn left on red. No, it's nothing like that. But first off, let's talk about Missouri. Let's talk about the blue side of things. They're rolling out their back to blue legislation going on right now. So if you're a police officer, a firefighter, EMT, the state of Missouri is looking out for you. They're creating this fund that's going to help with stuff like mental health services, better equipment for first responders, and plus they're like cranking up the penalties for anyone caught messing with or assaulting a first responder. So it's pretty straightforward. You show some respect to the people that are trying to protect the city. They're trying to keep the chaos at bay. Or if you want to get involved, you're going to pay the price. Simple as that. Now, on the Illinois side of things, there is a laundry list of new stuff, and we'll kind of rip through it here. So minimum wage going up again. It's hitting $15 an hour for non-tipped workers. That's great news over there. Good for the wallet. I'm a firm believer in the minimum wage needs to be big for these folks because they're working hard. Look at you. Yeah. Working hard, man. And usually the folks that are making minimum wage, they have the jobs that people don't normally want. So pay these guys. I'm totally cool with that. Okay. So you know how if you're sitting outside and you're walking in and somebody vapes and you're like, oh, it smells like strawberry cheesecake in here. Ryan, I know this wasn't around when you were born, but you used to be able to smoke inside of restaurants.
I still think that shit is insane. Like
it's wild, right? It's wild. You used to be able to just pull out a cigarette and light up right there. Oh, as long as you were in the smoking section. And don't worry, Ryan, the smoking section was separated by plexiglass that did not go to the ceiling. There was no separation. Every restaurant that allowed smoking inside smelled like cigarettes. Well, guess what? Now it can't smell like strawberry cheesecake either, because in Illinois, vaping is officially banned in indoor public spaces across the state. So get it on out of here. Can't do it inside. And then I like this one. If you're a 1099 worker, a freelance worker, a writer, designer, Illinois just passed the Freelance Worker Protection Act. So basically, if you do the work, they have to pay you within 30 days. There is no more. The check is in the mail and it shows up 3 months later. They got 30 days to pay you, and that's it. So
better start hitting
that's
that Venmo, kids.
That is absolutely great news. And then finally here, one of the rules coming in January 1st, both Missouri and Illinois side here, public safety. Both states are really cracking down on things like fentanyl and drug trafficking. Missouri specifically making it way easier to charge these dealers with more serious crimes if those, whatever they're dealing leads to an overdose. So I think this is great. Like I said, positive things moving forward into 2026. I really do enjoy that. So here's what I want to do, Ryan. I want to keep things positive. So after we get back from the break here, I want to go over some of the most instantly failed New Year's resolutions. Okay. I also want to talk about some of the things as far as wrap-ups of the year, top songs, top movies, top TV shows, things like that. I want your opinions on that because I think it'd be very interesting. Me as a 40-year-old guy. Ryan, how old are you?
22.
And a 22-year-old. We got a big gap here, baby. This is going to sound crazy to say because looking at us, and if you're watching us on the live stream, if you're seeing us at all, you won't be able to tell. But Ryan, I could be your dad as far as age is concerned.
That's what Vic said. And I'm like,
that's crazy.
You guys don't be looking man. 40.
Well, hey, I appreciate that, man. I don't feel 40, but I lie. Sometimes I feel 40. Dude, I love you, man. Let's keep this show going. Let's keep this show going, baby. Hey, after the break, we'll tackle all this stuff. My name is Tony Patrico. That right there is Ryan Swingler, and this is Arch City Now on the Lou Information Station. Welcome back to Arch City Now. How are you? My name is Tony Patrico, joined by Ryan Swingler, filling in for Vic Faust today. And I love the fact that I get the opportunity to not only talk to you guys about St. Louis this morning, talk to you guys about New Year's Eve, but also I get to just talk to a different audience this morning. Now, usually I'm on at 5 o'clock here on the Lou Information Station. We talk about St. Louis. We talk about a lot of music and things like that. But I love the opportunity that I get the chance to talk to you guys. I know some folks out there are like, oh, Patrico, like Patrico from back then. Yeah, that's me. Back on the airwaves in St. Louis. I absolutely love the fact that, again, I'm kind of, Ryan, you should consider yourself lucky as well, because we jumped on board here at the Lou Information Station at a time where we basically boarded the plane right before takeoff, because this is something that I believe St. Louis has needed for a long time. And a lot of people are like, what are you talking about? 590's been around forever, man. What do you mean they just needed this? I don't think people truly really sometimes understand exactly what's going on and how we're doing things here. But like, there is no other place out there where every show that airs on this station, you can get almost immediate access to. So like, it's crazy, because when we do Wrestling on the Spectrum every Saturday, 11 a.m. here on the Lou Information Station, I end the show at noon. I pack my things up. I'm in my car by 12:07 and the podcast is up. That doesn't happen anywhere. That doesn't happen. Usually the show ends and an hour later, then you might get your podcast, or later on that day. Like, it's crazy. I get off the air live when I'm doing my daily show, and if you go on at 6:12, the episode's up there for you to check out. That is something that is incredible. When we say whenever you want it, you get it whenever you want it, which is fantastic. So again, I love the fact that Dave Green has this vision, and we're carrying it out with you guys. The one thing that I've constantly talked about with Dave is that this is all community, man. This works because it's not just Ryan hosts a show or I host a show, or, you know, the guys from Hot Take Central. It's St. Louis that is helping us build this. And it's awesome to really see this boots on the ground effort. And thank you guys for joining us this morning. Thank you guys for joining us all year long so far. And we're really excited about everything that's going to be happening here in 2026. For those of you who maybe you're turning on, maybe you're just a fan of Vic Faust and you're like, oh, I wanted to see what he's up to. He's not here today. Who is this guy? My name is Tony Patrico. I've been in radio here in St. Louis for almost a little bit over 20 years now, which is crazy. I'm born and raised here, went to CBC High School, graduated in 2003. Ryan, what year were you born?
I was born in 2003.
Gross. Absolutely gross. You just made me feel crap. My back started hurting as soon as you answered that.
Yeah, 2003 June, baby.
God, man, stop saying it. Every time you say it, I think another part of my body cracks. So please stop saying that.
I was born the year LeBron entered the league. You graduated high school the year LeBron entered the league.
I know. Me and LeBron have the same high school year, and that dude's got a little bit of a different bank account than I do. I will tell you that.
Yeah, but he's not PITCO.
Yeah, there is no opportunity that anybody can confuse my bank account, my physical appearance, or my athletic abilities with LeBron James. I can guarantee you that. Okay. But I know you went to St. Mary's High School, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I went to SLU for a year. I still claim SLU every now and then.
Well, you know, you graduated from St. Mary's. If somebody said, where did you go to high school? The ultimate St. Louis question, your answer is
St. Mary's, baby.
Okay. Yeah. So I saw this the other day, and I'm telling you, I talked about this on Sounds of STL. I don't have any stake in this game. But I know Vic hosts the Mizzou show, so I feel like this is very appropriate to talk about this here. There is a hat company out of Columbia called Flipside Hat Company, okay? And I was scrolling through social media, and I saw they posted this really awesome Mizzou hat. It's not, anything crazy. There's no tiger on it. It's kind of similar to the hat that I have on right now. By the way, if you're listening and you want to watch the show, you can. LouInfo.com, click on Watch Live. Here we are. Hi, good morning. But it's one of those rope hats. It's all black. It's got the state of Missouri right on the front of it, and then it's got the Mizzou emblem right in that little state of Missouri. Solid hat. Looks great. On the back, it says 1 of 50, and there are only 50 of these hats that were made. and you had to jump in on it, get the pre-sale, get the hat. Flipside hat's awesome. That's how I was introduced to them. Eli Drinkwitz, coach of the Mizzou football Tigers. He goes and he says, we need NIL people to step up to keep these Mizzou athletes in Columbia. So, Flipside Hat Company, an independent hat company, you know, what are they're not going to be able to, you know, give $1 million to every true Tiger. They're not going to be able to do that. But what they can do is they can really do a grassroots effort to make something really, really cool. So they've got an NIL project that they're working on with Jamal Roberts from Mizzou. Jamal Roberts, a graduate of St. Mary's High School. Yep. So, again, a big shout out to Mike England and the crew over there at Southside. They're doing awesome stuff. And hey, here's another connection that we have, Ryan. You were at St. Mary's when Mike England was the president. I was at CBC when Mike England was my homeroom teacher.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, he was at CBC. Yeah.
He sure was. And I'll tell you, and this is not going to turn into a Mike England appreciation hour, but Mr. England was very, very influential in my life, man. I call him the influential in my life. Yeah, he is absolutely incredible. But this NIL effort going on by Flipside Hats, I think this is so incredible. They have created a specific hat. It's got double X's on it for number 20, and it looks so sharp. And if you go and you buy one of the hats, you pre-order one of the hats right now, your purchase of that hat is $45. $15. That's what they would make as profit. $15 from every single hat. So they're not making a dime on this. $15 goes to a Jamal Roberts NIL fund. So literally, if you want Jamal Roberts to stay a Missouri Tiger and you are a Missouri Tiger fan, this is the smartest thing for you to do. You get a Mizzou hat, you support Jamal Roberts, and you keep him in the backfield. Because I don't care who you are. Yes, I know Hardy's probably RB1 here for the Mizzou Tigers, but there is no RB2 out there that's getting as many touches as Jamal Roberts is, that is being as productive as Jamal Roberts is. And to be honest with you, the main reason that I'm really, really behind this is because Jamal Roberts follows me on Twitter. So I feel like we're best buds. I feel like we're best friends.
Look, I don't even think I got to follow from Jamal, man.
What's up? Hey, he loves the sounds of STL. What can I say? Yeah. But okay, so Ryan, Jamal, though, here's the deal. So there's some there. Well, and that's a debate. That's a debate to be had. But that's something people are saying. They're like, why would I buy one of these Mizzou Jamal Roberts hats if he doesn't stay at Mizzou? Well, there's an out, because if he decides to stay with Mizzou, they're going to produce the hats. They're going to ship them out. Everybody gets one of their Jamal Roberts hats.
Oh, but
if he bails, you have two options. Option number one, full refund. They will completely refund it. Or number two, they will send you a custom limited edition Mizzou Heritage hat. So there's literally no worries here. So if you want Jamal Roberts, St. Louis native, St. Mary's graduate, stud for Mizzou, you want him to stay a Mizzou Tiger, go to the website, Flipside Hat Co., and buy one of these hats. Pre-order one of these hats. The dudes over there are fantastic. Baby. They're super great dudes over there. And again, this is grassroots efforts, man. These are people that are just diving in and going, hey, I want to make sure that I do what I can as a local Columbia business to support the Tigers. And it's all legit, by the way. It's not like they're just collecting this money and then they're going to knock on Mizzou's door and go, I got a check for Jamal. They're doing this the legit way. So it's all legally being taken care of. And again, it's an opportunity for you as a Mizzou Tiger fan. You sit there and you go, I'm not a bajillionaire. I can't donate all this money to this NIL fund. I just can't do it. Well, guess what? This is something you can do. So get involved. I'll post a link up on the blog, louinfo.com, for you to check out. So you could click, you could support this, and you could support Jamal Roberts. Again, I know it's wild that we're talking about NCAA athletics, and we're talking about the unbelievable amount of money that people make. I mean, you look at somebody like Carson Beck. Dude would have easily been drafted. Dude would have easily been drafted into the NFL last year. But he said, nope, Miami's going to pay me $4 million. I'm going to go make some bank. And then next year, I'll go ahead and get drafted.
Look at Arch Manning. Guess how much he's making next year?
How much? I really don't know. It's probably 8 million. Who knows?
Yes, it's around that range. So
you got to be kidding me, Ryan.
Arch Manning could have been a draft pick this year, they said, but he's coming back because they're paying him not $4 million like he got this year. It's $7 million, and keep in mind he's a Manning, so he doesn't even need it. But he's making $7 million, which is more than what the number one pick would be making, I think, or something.
Yeah,
like that.
Absolutely unbelievable.
I don't personally. I have a lot of ups and downs about this. In the college
about what about NIL in general.
Yeah,
dude, it's crazy to me. Like, I'm not educated enough to give you like the background and like, oh, here's why it works and here's why it doesn't. As an outsider looking in, as a casual sports fan, you know, like I support the Tigers, I support the Cardinals and the Blues, I do all that stuff. But as a casual sports fan looking from the outside in, it makes me go, as a Missouri Tiger fan, thank God. This is awesome. We could go out there and we could buy talent, you know, instead of just relying solely on recruiting. You can flex your dollars a little bit and get who you want to come to your school. I mean, listen, that's great. Highest bidder wins. But then again, I sit there and I think highest bidder wins. Missouri ain't going to be the highest bidder a lot of the times. They're really not.
Sucks, bro. I don't care what anybody like. I think players should be getting paid for sure. I never was a guy that was like, oh, these guys should only get paid in their scholarships. No, but like this is stupid, bro. I think about college basketball, and Calipari said it. He's like, bro, if you're still recruiting high schoolers, you're dumb like me. Like, Illinois has a bunch of European pros on their team. Like.
Yeah, you get to pay these guys to come from overseas now.
Players now and NBA
like you could go over there. You could pay an 8-foot Serbian to come over and play, you know, for SLU now because you could pay him. And before you couldn't do that. The one thing that I did, you know, notice that I think is great is the fact that they got to, and I know they're looking into it, they got to get some sort of regulation. Like, I don't think that it should be able to, you know, you go out and you pay Arch Manning $8 million. Like, there's got to be some sort of cap. There's got to be some sort of limit.
Got to be a cap, bro.
I mean, it's wild. It's really wild to think that, like, you know, a college athlete can go and all of a sudden he's making $200,000 a year. That seems more realistic and more believable than making millions of dollars a year. Like, I know that athletics brings in ungodly amounts of money, especially they always say winning is best for business. But sometimes you got to sit there and go, when is enough? You know,
like, what, man?
These are still college athletes. These are still college students.
Exactly.
Ryan, these are people that are 18, 19, 20 years old making this amount of money, which is wild.
Imagine the ego. Like, I'm thinking of me being an 18-year-old kid coming to college playing ball. Imagine the ego. I know the ego I would have if I'm making $2.2 million or more than my coach, and my coach tried to say, hey, you gotta
you can't stay out that late.
And he's like, hey, you gotta dive on the floor and you gotta play hard. I'm gonna be like, bro, I average 20 points and I get paid $2 million just to show up.
Yeah, I'm good here.
And I'm good here. And I can leave next year.
Yeah. And if you talk to a lot of the old school guys, like guys that played in the 70s, guys that played in the 80s, they're like, my time in college was built because you played hard. And that made me a better NBA player. Now these guys are getting paid to, like you said, some of them show up, get paid to show up, hit a couple threes, sit on the bench. Here's $1 million. Now they're getting paid in advance, essentially, for their NBA career. Whereas before you had to earn that NBA career. And then when you got into the league, you got to earn that next extension. You got to earn that next, you know,
you got to earn that overseas contract, man. You can't just show up at 18 and get $1 million. This is my thing, though. Like, I don't care that they're making this gobs amount of money, but make sure that let me not curse, but make sure.
To slow down. Hey, slow down, Ryan.
I get so annoyed about this, though. This is like my biggest thing about NIL. Make sure that these kids are set up in the future, bro. Why are you giving a 19-year-old millions of dollars? And like, I literally, why are you giving a 19-year-old from the hood $1 million that doesn't know anything about that money? Set it up to where he has like something funneling in each year. If you're going to give him $1 million, you might as well give him $50K a year for the next 10 years.
What about this? What about this idea? Yes, he gets $1 million a year. Cool. But it goes to an advisor who then funnels it to him.
Yes.
You know, and that maybe that is a rule the NCAA creates just for freshmen, or maybe even freshman and sophomore. Maybe your first 2 years, your NIL funds are handled by a financial advisor that has been hired by the school to help you facilitate the funds that you're now receiving. Because you're right, man. Sometimes it's folks that grew up with nothing. They grew up with a basketball and a hoop outside, and that's it.
Mhm.
They didn't grow up with,
With
special
blisters on their
coaches.
feet.
Right. And they had to ball. They had to ball and learn how to ball by balling. Like, I know that sounds really stupid for a 40-year-old white dude to say, but that's what they had to do. They learned how to play basketball by playing basketball, not going to camps and training. They played basketball.
Their
Now you
dad's
put them
not
in
an
a
NBA
situation,
player.
right. And now you put them in a situation where all of a sudden they're a millionaire. They're not going to be okay. So hire a financial advisor to help these guys with their NIL money. Again, listen, we're two idiots from St. Louis trying to talk about how to handle NCAA and gajillions of dollars. We are not going to do very well there. Hey, before we hit the break here, Ryan, I do have a little bit of sad news. Are you out in the Eureka area at all? Like, kind of by the Six Flags there? All right. So if you're out in, well, I know where you are now, man. I'm talking about it generally. Ding dong.
I'm only in
he's like, I'm in Kirkwood. That's where I'm in Kirkwood and downtown, bro. That's it.
And sometimes I'm on the south side. Sometimes.
Yeah. Well, this is a St. Louis institution, man. Sugar Fire. I love Sugar Fire. Okay. That's a barbecue joint. Super Smokers is another barbecue joint. Salt and Smoke. St. Louis has a bunch of barbecue options for you.
Best barbecue in the U.S.
You no longer got Super Smokers. Super Smokers in Eureka officially announced they are closing the doors. Bummer, man. The Super Smokers nachos are a staple in my life, and I miss them already. And
when are they closing?
It's a big time bummer. When are they closing? I'm not sure. I know they just made the announcement. I saw it on social media. I'll have to take a look. But again, Super Smokers in Eureka officially hanging it up. Big time bummer. Big time bummer there. Hey, Ryan.
First Wheelhouse.
I know. Wheelhouse. Now, Super Smokers. Where is everything going? Get it together, guys. Get it together. When we get back from the break, I want to start knocking out some of these top 10 lists. We'll talk about the top 10 songs, movies, TV shows, all that good stuff. We would love for you to participate. 314-590-3770. And, of course, you can go online, louinfo.com. Click Watch Live. Watch us on YouTube. This is Arch City Now on the Lou Information Station.
Bro, how does he do it perfect?
Who, me?
Holy shit. Real shit though, bro. Oh.
want more than bubbles.
Welcome back to Arch City Now. My name is Tony Patrico, filling in today for Vic Faust, and welcome Ryan Swingler. Hey man, that's kind of a view that maybe a lot of people would pay extra for, but why don't you take it easy over there? my man over there trying to do 15 things at once. I know how that goes, man.
I'm on my MacBook and I had to like flip the MacBook down to pull the like board keys and stuff.
All of a sudden we came back. I'm like, whoa, this is a different type of show this morning. Good morning, everybody. How are you? Hey, Ryan, as is tradition, the same goes for Wrestling on the Spectrum. Same goes for Sounds of STL. I've had so much planned and we've gotten absolutely none of it. So I feel like we should probably knock out some of these top 10 lists, because this is one of my favorite times of year to reflect back and go, what were some of the things that happened in like March and January that I forgot about? And it's pretty incredible to me to go through these lists and really take like almost a trip down memory lane when it comes to things that happened in 2025. So if it's all right with you, what I want to start with first is the top, I'm the music guy here, on my show at 5:00 on Monday through Friday here on the station, we talk about music. We heavily focus on music. So Ryan, I want to know if you've heard these songs, if you like these songs, your thoughts on these songs. These are the top 10 songs according to the Billboard charts for 2025. Okay. We start things off with two songs from Chapel Roan. I know the song Pink Pony Club. I know that song. I think that's a jam. Listen, I have a 10-year-old daughter, so I use her as the excuse as to why I like that song. Oh yeah, that's one of my daughter's favorite songs. In all reality, the song's a banger, dude. I love that song.
I got a story about that song.
I bring it. What's your story, man?
My like roommate's girlfriend is like in a sorority and stuff, and she always invites us to her like things and stuff or whatever those like what I don't know
like
all
those sorority parties. Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah,
they always have food and stuff, so I'm like, sure. So I show up and they played Pink Pony Club, but it was like hard rock metal.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. Like, I think that band that does that song is called Our Last Night. And they do a bunch of like hard rock covers of all those like popular songs. Dude, it doesn't matter if it's the original version. You give me a trap remix of it. You give me a metalcore version of it. That song jams, dude. And another song that I sit there and I blame my 10-year-old and I go, well, she plays this song a lot and that's why I like it. Nah, I think I just dig it. Benson Boone, Beautiful Things. That's a great song, man. That is a solid song. I think Benson Boone is one of those guys where, is it rock? Is it folk? Is it Americana? Is it pop? You don't know. He checks all of those boxes. Music. Yeah, man. It's just a solid song. Somebody that saw a hell of a 2025, Sabrina Carpenter. Her song Espresso is number 7 on this list. Dude,
Espresso?
Sabrina Carpenter. Yeah.
That's my
Sabrina
song,
Carpenter, man. She really took this year and made a massive footprint in the pop world. I mean, it doesn't matter, even if that's not your type of music. When I say the name Sabrina Carpenter, again, my kids know who Sabrina Carpenter is. You know who Sabrina Carpenter is. I do. My dad knows who Sabrina Carpenter is. And Papa's 73 years old. So like she made an impact, dude. A big impact too.
Yeah, she did. You know what's crazy?
It's pretty incredible.
Like, oh, my bad. But you know what's crazy? I remember Sabrina Carpenter when she was on a show I used to watch.
Was she a Disney kid?
Yeah, she was a Disney kid.
I had no idea about that, because all I know her as is the gal that's a pop star. She's absolutely killing it. And I question if it's okay for my daughter to like her.
Yeah, well, she was a Disney
she
kid.
pushes the limit sometimes, dude. She pushes that limit
does.
real strong. So
what's that one? I don't even know the song. I just remember like it was like
Man Eater. I know that's another big one of hers. Again, that's another great song. That's another great song. I absolutely love that. And, oh, dude, I don't know if you remember, and I don't know if this song is called Apartment or not, but that Rose and Bruno Mars song, that that is one of those songs that is an ultimate earworm. I hear that song and I cannot get it out of my head. I will be singing that for days, but that is number 6 on the list of the top songs of 2025. Billie Eilish making an appearance on this list, that Birds of a Feather song. That's not really for me, but I can understand and appreciate where that has a place in music in 2025. A song that is still everywhere. And I don't think there has been a song out there that has had this much of a shelf life so quickly. A bar song, Tipsy by Shaboozey. I mean,
I like that.
Dude, so again, you want to make me feel old. Tipsy came out right around when you were born. The Jaquan song Tipsy came out right around when you were born. And that song was massive. I mean, it was massive. And I remember being that guy, senior in high school, going, Jaquan's from St. Louis. I know him. Yeah, I've seen him. He's a good guy. No, I never met Jaquan. I don't know who Jaquan is, but I remember how much of a banger that song was, and I absolutely loved it. Now, fast forward 20 years, and we've got it in the version of a trap country song, which is crazy. But I love the fact that this is a genre of music that is being showcased right now, because who's to tell me what genres can and cannot go together? If you would have told me that country and rap go together, I'd have gone, nah, no, it doesn't. They tried that. They tried it back in the 2000s with, Cowboy Troy and all that stuff, and it didn't work. It was cool, flash in the pan. This song's got legs, man. This song has got legs, and they've proven it. Shaboozey is the real deal, because he's putting out other music that is great. It's really good. He has really dove into that country trap, pop country little fusion there, and it works, man. It's solid. I like him. A song that was huge at the beginning of the year, and to be quite honest with you, if you would have told me that this song came out 2 years ago, I probably would have believed you. Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us. That song at the beginning of the year, if you remember, you could not escape it.
I couldn't escape it.
You could not escape it.
I like both artists, and I like Drake way more though. But
do you?
I got tired of hearing
your team
that,
Drake.
Man.
Yeah. Hey, you know what's funny is Drake actually, believe it or not, and I know there was tons of drama involving Drake last year, leading into this year, all of that stuff. Basically, Kendrick Lamar took the biggest stage possible at the Super Bowl halftime show and called him out in front of everybody. If you didn't know that there was Drake and Kendrick Lamar feud, you knew after the Super Bowl. But Drake actually made the list of the top 10 artists of 2025, very quietly doing so. And I think, to be honest with you, yes, he put out some diss tracks. Yes, he had some responses, but he could have gone all in, and he didn't. And I don't know if that is a personal decision on Drake, or if it's his team going, you ain't going to win this, man. You ain't going to win this, so don't do it. Just move on. The best course of action here, keep your head down and move on. I know a little something about that. Best course of action, stay humble, stay quiet, push on. That's what they do.
Well, the thing about Drake is that he's very versatile. So the thing is, man, all he had to do is just calm down a little bit and just drop an R&B album with somebody that's on his label, relax, Party Next Door. And it's going to work, Yeah. They make great music together.
And it did. It was a hell of an album. I mean, and like I said,
album. I still play it.
Quietly dropped it too. Like, there wasn't a big buildup. There wasn't a big this is coming. Quietly dropped it. Didn't do a whole lot of promotion behind it, and it still did really, really well. So that says a lot. With you may on social media, use a hashtag, Drake's dumb or whatever you want to do. No, people are still listening to Drake music. Trust me. The numbers show it. Billboard charts are showing that people are listening. Yes. I don't necessarily love Drake, remember when the Raptors were in the NBA finals and Drake basically made himself an honorary member of the team? I don't love that. You're a celebrity. Sit there and watch the game, support the team as much as you want, but you ain't got to be in the locker room. You don't have to be getting involved in the game. If you remember that, he got involved in the actual game. Like, you don't need to be doing that.
I think he actually just be with them so much that he just does that stuff.
He feels like he's cool. Like that. It's not somebody playing for the Raptors. It's his boy out there playing, and he's getting involved. I get it. I totally get it. Number two, the number 2 song of 2025, and this has been in my world nonstop, Ryan. I can't escape this. All 3 kids absolutely obsessed. I honestly wish that this never existed, even though the song is great. It's the K-pop Demon Hunter song. It's Golden by Huntrix. Why are you shaking your head? You not down with this?
I don't even know that song. Like, I just hear kids.
Get out of here. What, have you been living under a rock? Do you not listen to music ever?
Let me, hold on.
You know that song, dude. Listen, first off, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to say this to you right now. I don't care if you're 22, 42, 102 years old. Go watch that movie. It's a solid movie. Do you like any animated movies and stuff like that? Or are you one of those guys that's like, I don't do that?
No, I love that stuff. I don't like. I've watched a couple animes, but I like animated movies. But
this isn't anime. This is just an animated movie, dude. I'm telling you, I watched it with my kids just because the craze was so big. I was like, I gotta at least see what's going on with this. Solid movie. Great song, dude. Great song. That whole
what song
soundtrack,
is it?
It's called Golden. It's called Golden. And I'm telling you, that whole soundtrack is really good. I mean, it's good. There's a couple slower sleeper songs on there, but if my kids are in the car with me and they go, hey, can we listen to K-pop Demon Hunters? Yep. I much rather do that than going on a Yeti hunt and like a couple different like silly kids songs. You give me a song like that, I'm okay with it, man. And I'm telling you, Ryan, I'm telling you, 2026, one of your New Year's resolutions is watch K-pop Demon Hunters and listen to the song Golden, okay? Will you promise me that?
Did your daughter, this is a question too.
That wasn't an answer. I said, will you promise me that? Say yes. Say yes, I will watch that movie.
Try to skip over it.
I'm gonna handcuff you to that chair and make you watch that movie.
But like, yeah, man, I'll try it. I'll probably watch it.
All right, perfect.
Maybe. Yeah,
no, not maybe. Stop with the babies.
I'll watch it.
All right, thank you.
But I just played the song in my ear because I got the AirPods in, checking the audio and stuff while I'm on. But it's all right. I'd rather listen to that from a kid than like something else, like some
Baby Shark
music.
Yeah, Baby Shark.
I'd rather listen to that than Baby Shark. Yeah,
exactly, 100%. I'm telling you, man, give it a shot. You ain't gonna be disappointed. All right. Do you have any guesses?
Did you watch Wicked?
I have not yet. I watched the first one. Yeah. I have not watched the second one.
Soundtrack?
So the number 1 song of 2025. No, dude, no, that's not for me. Like, I watched that movie because my daughter loves it and she wanted to see it and wanted to watch it with dad. I watched that movie. I can appreciate all music. I don't have to like all music. I don't really like that. Listen, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that she sings it all day long. So even when radio's not on, I'm hearing it from the bedroom. I'm hearing it in the kitchen. I'm hearing these songs all the time to where I just need a break, man. I just need a break. I just can't. My brain can only hold so much information, and I'm blocking out all the Wicked right now. I'm blocked. Wicked is being blocked out of my brain. Do you have any guesses, though? Do you have any guesses as to what the number 1 song in 2025 is? Because I don't think you're going to get this. Whatever you're about to say, I think you're wrong. What do you think it is?
I think you're wrong. The Kendrick Lamar one was going to be my guess.
Nope. That was number 3. This song came out earlier in the year, and it stuck around on the charts for such a long time. I mean, we were in October still talking about this song being in the top 10. It's Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. It's the song Die With a Smile. This, again, pop song of all pop songs. Powerhouse duo here with Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga. This was, as a DJ, as a wedding DJ, this was and is the wedding song of the year. It's a slow ballad. It's a beautiful love song. This is not a song I'm turning on in my car when I'm heading to the office or heading home, but this is a song that has a place in time, whether it be, again, like I said, at a wedding, or if it's a date night with you and your gal and you want a song that's really, perfect to wrap up the evening. 100% this song. Again, I can appreciate music. I don't have to like all the music. This is something that ain't for me. Do you know this song at all or no?
I've heard it, and it's a cool song. I just think it's a big time like duo, so that's why it's so big.
Right.
But I wasn't thinking about it because it's not in my rotation at all. Like I wouldn't even.
Right.
I would think if I'm at like a party or like you said, like a wedding, yeah, I hear it.
Yeah, and you go, wow, this is a great song to be played at this moment. And that's the beauty about music, man. And I don't want to get into a big tirade about, music and, if I like metalcore music. I like hard rock screaming music. You probably don't like that. You might not like that. The person next to you don't like that. The person next to them don't like that. But there is a place and there is a time for every version of music. And you got to be the first to admit that. There are times where you might not be a fan of hard rock music, but it makes sense when hard rock music is being played, or it makes sense, the scenario that's happening, the movie soundtrack, it all connects and it all makes sense. And that's the beauty of music. I could talk for hours about the importance of music and what it means to me and what it means to everybody else, but that's not what we're doing. I want to switch our focus right now to television shows because I'm a big TV guy. When I get home, I change, the TV goes on. It's not even like me watching something. I just got to have the noise on in the background. So I just turn the TV on. So I am constantly looking for new shows to turn on, whether it be series that you have to be very in tune and watch every minute of every episode, or if it's just shows that you could turn on in the background. So I found a list of the top shows of 2025, and I want your opinions, Ryan. And if you watched any of these shows, because there are some on here I watched, there are some that I have no idea what they're about. So I'm interested to see what you think. And if you guys want to get involved, again, 314-590-3770. And you can always jump in on the YouTube chat by going to luinfo.com, clicking on Watch Live, and you can join us here in the conversation. This show I have not heard of. It's called The Lowdown. It's a Tulsa set mystery. Ethan Hawke's in it. They say it is a must watch. I have not watched it, so maybe I will give that a shot here this weekend. Season 2 of Fallout. They said a lot of people were nervous, thinking that season 2 wouldn't live up to the hype that season 1 put out. They nailed it. They said that season 2 is just as great. They kind of expanded the wasteland. Do you know about Fallout? Like, are you a gamer? Do you know Fallout the game?
Yeah, I know about the game and stuff, but I didn't know. I heard about the show, but I didn't watch it.
Yeah, so they're saying that's huge. And if you were a fan of the game, you were going to be an uber fan of Fallout season 2. There's a show called Dying for Sex that has a lot of talk. It's a limited series. Everybody talking about it. It's not for the kids. Let's put it that way. Not for the children. I am a huge fan of this show. I just started watching this year. I burned through all the seasons. I am currently up to date, dying for a new episode to be released. Abbott Elementary.
That's a good show.
Love that show. It's got the feel from The Office. It's got touches of the guys from Always Sunny. And they melded those two worlds together so perfectly. And it's one of those shows where, I'm going to be honest, it took me about 3 or 4 episodes to really be like, I think I like this show. The first couple episodes, a lot of introductions to characters. It's a little bit slower, but man, there is a crossover episode with the people from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. There's also a crossover episode of It's Always Sunny with the cast of Abbott Elementary. 2 of the greatest episodes of television that I have seen in 2025. Both of those episodes are incredible. Highly recommend you guys going to check that out. There is a show on HBO Max that's called The Pit, where it's basically ER. It's like a medical show, but people are saying that is the most true and realistic medical show that's ever been done. Like, medical professionals are watching this show going, yeah, that's how I would have handled it. That's the way that we would have done it here at our hospital. Whereas like shows like ER, Chicago Med, all of those shows, like, dude, it's crazy. Some of the things that happen, like outrageous, nobody comes in with a gunshot wound to the front of their face and a doctor within 8 minutes stitches them up and the guy leaves. Like, that doesn't happen. But on these shows, somehow it does. But they say The Pit, if you are looking for a medical show that is done really well and stays true to like how medical professionals would do it, they say that's the way to do it. Do you watch Stranger Things? I can't hear you, brother. If you're talking, I can't hear you, homie. I can't hear you at all.
My bad. I don't watch the Vecna stuff, man.
I
didn't watch it.
I was in for a while, man. I was in for probably 3 seasons. Whatever the season was when they were at the mall. After that, I tried to give the next season a go. I couldn't do it, man. I think it went from a really cool show and it got so much popularity that they started building like character arcs in different directions to where I went, it is less about what the show was and more about these individual characters that I'm not that invested in. Like I'm invested in the story, but I'm not invested in the individual characters. And I couldn't do it. Like I know that there's a lot being said about season 5. There are people that are saying it's the greatest season of Stranger Things yet. And there's another side of the party that's going, I don't need things thrown directly into my face. And there's a lot of people that are up in arms with some of the decisions that were made for season 5. I haven't seen it, so I can't give you my opinion on what I personally feel about it. I lost interest after season 3. Couldn't do it, man. I had to bail.
Yeah, I lost interest when I saw like the trailer for it like a few years ago or whenever it came out. But a show that I like that's like kids getting scared probably would be something like It, like the new It show.
Okay, so that's another one.
That's a really good
another
show.
one. That's another one that I have on my list as far as shows that I want to watch because I'm seeing incredible things about that show. And I'm not, again, I don't want to say that I don't like scary movies, but like it's just never on my mind to like tune in to a horror show. Like I watch a movie, like I've seen both of the It's and all that stuff. Like I'll watch that, but I've never taken a second to actually sit down and do it. Brody. Brody the Brain Herman from Wrestling on the Spectrum. He said Stranger Things has jumped the shark and has run its course. And I agree, man. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that a lot of people kind of are in the same belief that I am, that after the season where they got out of the mall, things kind of went a little weird here, a little bit downhill. So again, I'm willing to at least give it a shot if somebody gives me enough convincing, things to change my mind. Hey, I watch Stranger Things, change my mind. Change my mind, man.
Yeah, change my mind. Tell me why it's actually good. Everybody I ask that they're just like, oh, you gotta watch it. But
I think at this point, people are watching it because it's the thing to watch. Like you were told you have to watch season 5 of Stranger Things. Have you heard of this new show on Apple TV Plus, Pluribus, or however you say it? I see so much promotion about this show. I've asked a ton of people. I don't know anybody that's watching it, but on this list, it's number 4, the best TV shows of 2025. I got a pretty big crew, Ryan. I've been asking a lot of people, hey, have you watched this show? I have not heard from a ton of folks saying they have. It might be the greatest show on the planet, and it's just not for me. I don't know. I will tell you a show that I have watched that I think is absolutely hysterical. And if you have not given this a shot, you need to. It's called The Chair Company. And this is from Tim Robinson. But I think it's on Max. It might be on Max. Dude, there are so many apps. I can't keep track. I honestly cannot keep track because I have a Fire Stick and like all my favorites are just on the home row. So I just go to the show I want to hit and I hit it. I don't know if I'm opening up Max or Hulu or any of those. But The Chair Company, dude, it's so funny because, again, Tim Robinson is the guy behind I Think You Should Leave. He's got a very out there sense of humor. If you've ever seen Detroiters, if you've ever seen anything like that, dude, he is hysterical. He is like the it thing in comedy right now. And The Chair Company is one of the funniest things that you will see on TV. That is what I put my stamp of approval on. If you want to watch that, the other show, here's some garbage TV for you to watch, Ryan. There is a show on Hulu called Ozark Law. And what Ozark Law is, you take Cops, the TV show Cops, and you put it in the Lake of the Ozarks during the summer. That's what Ozark Law is. We binged the whole first season in 3 days. We're all caught up. The next season, season 2, comes out, I think in a week or week and a half. Trust me, watch the show. And it's always fun to watch it and go, I wonder if I'm going to see anybody. Oh, Brody also checking in. That Pluribus show. Yeah, it's from the guy that did Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. I enjoyed both of those shows. If Vince Gilligan actually, if it's got that same vibe and it's got that same feel, I'm down to give it a shot. I'm down to give it a shot. And if Brody says to watch it, then I'm going to watch it because I listen to Brody. And you should listen to Brody and myself
gotta listen to Brody.
and Ryan and JC every Saturday morning here on the Lou Information Station. We talk all things wrestling. Guess how many wrestling shows there are on St. Louis radio in the St. Louis area?
One.
There's one, baby. There's one. Not only do we put up our ones to respect the tribal chief, but we put up our ones
OTC.
Because by default, Brian, we are the number one St. Louis wrestling show on the radio. By default.
Oh, I'm taking that. I'm clipping that, and I'm taking that. We're using that now.
Put the badge there.
I'm posting for the on the social and stuff now, but yeah, we're using that number one wrestling show in St. Louis. Because
we're no, wait. Make sure we get this right. Just because I don't want anybody coming. We are the number one St. Louis based wrestling radio show. Boom.
Okay, bow. Text that to me, or we can make sure that I got it right, and we're bow.
Nailed it. Okay, two more shows to talk about here. Severance is always going to be on every list. If Severance comes out in a year, that will be on every list. That is a show where I wanted to watch that, like make that the show me and my lady would watch. That would be our show. We gave it a go. I don't think it's for her. I was in, but I don't think it's for her. So I got to find time where it's just me to power through that. So I'm all about it.
That's the show about the they like go to work, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Like and it's show. I don't know if is it sci-fi, is what, but all I know is that it truly is like it'll melt your brain at times. I remember the 2 episodes that I watched. At the end of it, I went, "This is one of those shows that makes you go, well, I got to keep watching, right? I have to keep watching. I got to find out what happens next." And then number 1 on their list, and this is a show that I have not checked out yet, Andor on Disney Plus. This is the Star Wars prequel. It is one of they say this is like the smartest drama that's on TV right now. Like if you really want a show that is a smart, well-done drama, this is the way to go. And again, that is on Disney Plus, and it's called Andor. And I've got some Disney Plus news for you, Ryan. And I thought this was, for me, this is something that was absolutely insane. Hulu, 2026, gone. Hulu's gone in 2026. Did you know that?
No. So what's it going to be? Just Netflix?
No. I fooled you a little bit. Hulu, the app, is going to be gone. If you want to watch Hulu, you will now go to Disney Plus. It's all going to be integrated into one app, one place to go. And I know a lot of people are going to sit there and go, thank God I get to delete an app off of my screen. I'm on the opposite spectrum here, man. I like having all my, I know what shows I'm going to watch on Hulu. I know what shows I'm going to watch on Netflix. I know what shows I'm going to watch on Disney Plus. I don't necessarily like change. There's a lot of change going on with this. I like being familiar with things. And now you're changing that for me. I don't know if I like the fact that I can watch The Mighty Ducks or if I can watch Handmaid's Tale. Like, I don't like that. I like those things separate. Keep them separated for me. But if you are logging into your phone or logging into the Fire Stick and you're doing that and it's, middle of January 2026, I don't have the exact date as to when this is going away. I'm telling you, man, you might not find Hulu. Don't freak out. Just go to Disney Plus instead. My question is, I know that now it's all bundled together and everything, but like, what if you're one of those people that only have Hulu? Are you now going to have access to Disney Plus? Is that going to be a thing? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I know I have a ton more stuff to get to. Ryan, I have a game that I want to play with you when we get back from the break. Okay. And I know we're probably breaking a little bit early here, but I want to give us a little bit more time on that second half. I have a game. I pulled some trivia questions for those that were born in 1985, me, and I pulled some trivia questions for those that were born in 2003. And I want to test your knowledge and see if you can not only answer the questions for those that were born in 1985, the class of 03, and the trivia questions from those born in 03. We'll do that. I've got a few more things to wrap up the year. We'll get into all of that as soon as we get back here on Arch City Now on the Lou Information Station.
Way out of control.
With Cam Jansen.
I'm gonna meet you that rocks.
And Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
You're a legend in the city, moving by day instead of night.
Weekday mornings from 8 to 10.
Hell yeah.
Only on the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com. Hot Take Central 2.0.
This whole situation is getting out of control.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements.
At Brown and Crouppen, we get that after an accident, money's tight. That's why we offer so much for free. First call, free. First consultation, free. Stuck at home or in the hospital, we'll come to you for free. So call Brown and Crouppen, where we don't get paid unless you do. And your first consultation is free.
St. Louis sports fans, now you can go deeper with STL Sports Central Insiders. Get exclusive access to Bernie Miklasz, Randy Carricker, Mike Claiborne, Jamal Mayers, and more. Plus, your chance to watch a Blues game in the alumni box with Jamal himself. Also, monthly giveaways, Bernie's columns all week, and you'll be supporting local sports media. Join now at stlsportscentral.com.
louinfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen. GetBC.com.
This is your LouInfo.com news update. The motorcyclist who died in a crash near the intersection of LeMay Ferry Road and Merrimack View Drive in South St. Louis County last Friday was identified as 35-year-old Michael Dade of Oakville, Missouri. Detectives say that while riding the motorcycle, Dade left the roadway and crashed into a wooded area. First responders transported him to the hospital, but he died from his injuries. This New Year's Eve, law enforcement and security officers are taking extra measures to keep celebrations safe amid a heightened threat environment. For the nation's largest celebration in New York City's Times Square, there will be a larger police presence than last year. The New York City Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch said a new addition to this year's security operation are secondary screenings of attendees inside viewing pens. Former St. Louis Alderman Jim Sonderman died Christmas Eve at age 69. Sonderman served as Ward 23 Alderman from the 1995-96 Board of Aldermen session to the 2001-2002 session. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com, I'm Sandy Connor.
Tree monkeys are on the air, reminding all drivers to slow down on our roadways, watch out for kids at play, never text or drink and drive, slow down in and around our school zones, and always buckle up. This safety reminder is brought to you courtesy of Tree Monkeys. For the very best in residential and commercial tree care, trimming, removal, and more. Give the pros a call today at 314-403-9379. 314-403-9379. That's Tree Monkeys, going the extra mile for safety.
Here is your louinfo.com weather update. Mostly cloudy sky or high temperatures will be in the low to mid-40s this afternoon. Tonight, partly cloudy, mid-20s. First day of 2026, partly sunny, a high in the mid to upper 30s. Friday, back to clouds, low 40s, and we should see sunshine on Saturday, a high near 40, near 50 with sunshine on Sunday. I'm meteorologist Sally Russell for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com and the free Lou Info app.
Fast Track Auto Transport has been a trusted leader in vehicle shipping for over 25 years, providing reliable, affordable service across the U.S. Fast Track offers fast and safe transportation solutions for individuals, dealerships, fleets, and businesses of all sizes. The Fast Track team prides itself on honest communication, competitive pricing, and real-time tracking, which gives our customers peace of mind from pickup to delivery. Whether you're shipping a single car or managing a large fleet, Fast Track delivers a smooth, hassle-free experience every time. Come see why Fast Track Auto Transport has been St. Louis's go-to company for all your vehicle transport needs for over 25 years. The trusted way, the safe way, the Fast Track way. Visit ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004. That's ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004.
Hockey parents, be honest. Are your tournaments this season feeling a little unpredictable? You've planned the weekend, booked the hotel, hauled the gear. You deserve a tournament provider that's as organized as you are. And that's where Big Bear Tournaments comes in. No guessing games, no mystery matchups. We proudly list every registered team right on the website. You always know exactly who's in your division. There's great competition, clear communication, and zero last-minute surprises. Make your season smoother. Check out your next tournament at BigBearTournaments.com.
This is Mizzou wide receiver Kevin Coleman Jr.
And I'm Mizzou linebacker Josiah Trotter.
When we hit the field, we have each other's back.
And off the field, we got James Carlton, State Farm covering us.
Thanks, fellas. Nothing beats college football season and nothing beats saving money. Just by getting a quote from our office and mentioning Mizzou, we'll make a donation to support Mizzou's will to win push on your behalf. No strings attached.
So you're supporting the team just by checking your rates. Doesn't get any easier than that.
It's so easy. Check them out online at carltoninsurance.net. MIZZOU.
Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Welcome back to Arch City Now. How are you? My name is Tony Patrico, and we are very excited to have you guys with us here on the program. I love the fact, Ryan, I'm telling you right now, that we get to sit here and chat. And I love the fact that people tuning in and they are so confused. They're like, this is not Vic Faust. Vic Faust does not have a beard. But no, he doesn't. But he's off today. And my goal here for the rest of the day is to get you through. Make sure you get safe to work if you're heading into the office. Start your morning right. Enjoy your cup of coffee. And let's say goodbye to 2025 in a big way. Ryan, this is something that I'm very interested in and getting your thoughts and hearing your opinions on. You know, there's a lot of things that have happened in the St. Louis area in 2025. But if you had to personally guess, okay, we've seen coaches get fired. We have seen players get traded. We have seen the Cardinals lose their ace to the Boston Red Sox. So many different St. Louis stories. I mean, even as recent as this week, we got a new head coach for the St. Louis Battlehawks. If you had to guess, what do you think is the top sports story of 2025? I don't have like an official answer, so I don't have like, oh yeah, you're right. But I have my personal answer as to what the top sports story of 2025 in the St. Louis area was.
I don't know. I think in just St. Louis, like St. Louis area, or are we talking like
just the St. Louis area? Yeah, that's just fine. Missouri, St. Louis, just like, you know, our hometown. What is the biggest hometown sports story of 2025? I think the answer is easy here. I think it's an easy answer. I don't think it's Mizzou. I don't think it's the success of Mizzou. I don't think it's the incredible transfer, class that Dennis Gates got on the basketball court. I don't think it has anything to do with the Cardinals. I don't think it has anything to do with the Blues. It's got to be the fact that sports gambling became legal here in Missouri. That's got to be
sports team news.
Yeah, see, and I know, and I kind of threw you off, and I did that on purpose. But I think that has to be the biggest sports story of 2025 when it comes to the St. Louis area. People are going nuts over it, good and bad. Have you done any gambling on the apps or anything? Have you taken advantage of it or no?
I've done some prize picks, and I've done prize picks before from like when I'm in like Chicago or something, but like, I'm not really a sports gambler, but I like player props though.
See, I'm not a gambler at all. I've never been a fan of gambling. If I give you my money, I want something in return. I'm not willing to take that risk. Okay. But I will tell you this. I've messed around with some of those bonus bets and I could see how people get addicted to this. My God. I mean, it's crazy. I sit there and I go, wait a minute, for this $10 bet, I can get $958. I'm going to do that. And then all of a sudden, what you don't realize and you don't look at, because I'm a dope and I'm not familiar with sports betting, is that the chances of that happening, that bet hitting, is about the same as me walking out today and getting struck by lightning. But in my head, it doesn't do that. All it does is math and go, $10 to get 1,000. I'm okay with that. I'm definitely okay with that. Now, of course, there are some sports stories that are not Missouri, sports gambling becoming legal. You got to look at the fact that both Sonny Gray and Wilson Contreras going to the Red Sox, the fact that we almost and still is not 100% certain, Brendan Donovan was tied to going to the Red Sox. Are we just swapping teams here? Like, I mean, it seems a little wild with all these players going, but I mentioned this before, and I don't talk a whole lot about sports on the Sounds of STL, but I mentioned this before. I like Wilson Contreras. I like Sonny Gray. But just because I like the player doesn't mean that they have to stay on my team. I can like them on the Red Sox. I can like them on pitching for the Red Sox. But just because I liked Wilson Contreras doesn't mean it's the best move for the Cardinals. And I know it's very tough to separate your personal feelings from actually bettering the team. It's Heim time, baby. And I'm putting all my trust in Heim Bloom right now. You also have to think, looking at the St. Louis sports scene, you mentioned City. Yeah, man. We not only new head coach, new director, it's a completely new system, a completely new team that we are going to be seeing. I completely forgot, and I'm a season ticket holder. I go to a ton of games. There was 10 games in a row where they did not win. Now, they didn't lose all those games. There were some draws, but 10 games in a row. So there is a definite shift that is happening when it comes to City. There is one thing that I tell everybody. It doesn't matter if it's a 0-0 game, if they win 5-0 or they lose 5-0. If you haven't been to a City game yet, you have to. It is a different animal. Have you gone to City games yet?
I haven't gone to a City game yet. I want to.
Yeah, I haven't. God. Dude, we're going with my tickets this year. I'll make it a mission. I'm going to take you to one of the games with me this year. We'll go, we'll check out a City game, because sometimes you get, the hookup with the radio station. And then the next thing you know, you're more working than you are actually enjoying the game. I want you to be able to enjoy the game. I want you to come with me, sit in my seats. I'll give you the whole experience, dude. I'm telling you, it's amazing. Brody in the chat room, our co-host of Wrestling on the Spectrum, says he hasn't gone to a City game. We need a Lou information station night at a City game at Energizer Park, because I'm telling you, it's not just soccer, guys. And I know people will say that about everything. You say that about Cardinals games. You say that about Blues games. It's different. It's not just the hockey game. It's not just baseball. City does it right. The experience inside of the stadium, the fact that, halftime hits and everybody meets out in the concourse and you have this big, almost mini party in between the two halves. I'm telling you, Ryan, it's awesome, dude. We're going to a game this summer. We'll all get together. We'll pick a day. We're going to make a thing of it. Hell, maybe we'll even document it. We'll do some video, but I'm telling you, if you have not gone out to a City game yet, St. Louis, make sure you do that. It's awesome. But
wait, at halftime, they just they go into a little courtyard thing and it just becomes a party.
Pretty much, man. So
and then they come back.
Yeah. So during halftime, everybody kind of meets, imagine it being like a Blues game, or no, imagine it being a Cardinals game. And in between innings, everybody just goes to Ford Plaza and just hangs out. Everybody just goes out there and you get yourself a drink. There's tables hanging around. It again is a mini party at halftime. And then you go back and you watch the second half of the game. The atmosphere from when they take the pitch all the way until the final whistle blows, City's doing it right. Matt Seebeck, the team over there, they're killing it. I can't speak highly enough about the staff over there. Big shout out to my sales rep, Alex. He's the jam too. So dude, I know it sounds like I'm as the folks over at Hot Take Central say, it sounds like I'm a rights holder here, but I'm not. I promise you. I'm just a fan who likes going, and I know how important soccer is in the St. Louis area. Hell, man, we're getting the World Cup in the U.S. here this summer. So soccer has got a buzz around it. There's a huge buzz when it comes to, folks that are not only interested in soccer and starting to learn the game, but dude, the youth movement of soccer in St. Louis here is incredible, and it's exciting to watch. So I'm really looking forward to this upcoming season, see how City does as far as actually how they perform on the pitch and how City is doing things as far as a fan experience. They are consistently, they've been around for 3 years, and every single one of those years, they're getting awards for fan engagement and fan experience. So again, they're really, really focused on how you as a fan can enjoy the game. So we'll make sure we make that a definite must do in 2026. We'll go to a game, but those are just some sports things that happen. Dude, there are some crazy things that happened in the St. Louis area in 2025. In September, there was that massive fight at West County Mall. I don't know if you remember that.
I heard about that.
Shots were fired. People had to shelter in place. Listen, it's wild to think that not a whole lot of people go to the mall anymore. And now I got to worry about giant fights and people shooting. Come on, man.
And you know what's crazy too? I didn't expect it in West County. That's why I'm so shocked about it. Because I'd expect that at like somewhere like, because I had to go to the Galleria, and I hate going there. I really don't like going there.
So I was at the Galleria recently for you were there too. We went to a comedy show. We went to Helium Comedy Club.
Oh yeah,
at the
I
Galleria.
did like that though. Yeah.
And
that was
when I pulled up and we parked and I got out, I was like, I think it's been 10 years since I've been to the Galleria. I couldn't tell you the last time I went inside the mall. And I used to love that mall. That was the premier mall, man. Like when my mom and dad were like, hey, we're going somewhere fancy. Whoa, we're going to the Galleria, baby. So it's crazy to see, all of the malls in the area. I mean, I just read that one of the malls, I'm not sure if it was Jamestown or Crestwood Mall, it's a QT's going in place of it. It's just ridiculous. You go from a mall to QT.
I know the Jamestown one that had like the movie theater and stuff. And it was like big. That one's like empty.
Yeah, man, that's my hometown. That was my mall. I grew up in North County. I grew up as a Florissant guy.
My mom did too.
Yeah, and I worked at Finish Line for almost 12 years of my life. I worked at, the Finish Line at Jamestown Mall, Northwest Plaza. I've been at every mall in the St. Louis area, man. The Mills Mall, when that was a popping thing.
Yeah.
Dude, I was at a Finish Line in every single mall. And I'm telling you, it's a bummer to me. And I know this sounds like an old guy complaining, but I used to love going to the mall, man. Going to the mall was like fun. That's what we did as kids. When I was in high school, you met your buddies at the mall and you walked around and then you went to the movies and then you went to the Tilt or the video game arcade. We didn't have the phones and things like that. They were coming around. It's not like I'm that old, so take it easy. They were coming around. But again, there are so many different things that like we used to do. The tornado in May, man, like people forget about that. That wrecked the city, man. So that's another crazy story. The fact that we're seeing all these what look like slot machines, but they're called video gaming consoles popping up in gas stations. A lot of people are saying this is gambling in a gas station when it's unregulated. No, this is not it. They got certain things. So that was a big thing. Of course, sports gambling, another big thing in the St. Louis area. We talked about that already. The fact that, do you remember the story about the USPS employee that admitted to stealing thousands of dollars of checks from the mail? Wild. Absolutely wild. You've got the whole thing about, the former St. Louis news anchor accused of murdering her mother, which was crazy. The Missouri Attorney General, he ousted the sheriff, which is crazy. Dude, there's just so many things that happened in St. Louis this year. I wanted to take just a quick second personally to say thank you guys. Thank you guys for not only listening to all of the shows here on the Lou Information Station, but just in general for supporting local businesses, supporting the St. Louis area. I am one of those guys where I grew up in this city. I love this city, and I will support this city through and through. So thank you guys for not only supporting the Lou Information Station, but by association with doing that, supporting all the sponsors here throughout the day. And we thank you guys so much. This has been an incredible year. I'm excited about 2026. And to end 2025, Ryan, I figured we'd do so with a little bit of a game. Are you okay with that?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
All right. So here's how this game is going to work, man. I know the answers, so I obviously cannot answer these questions. You do not. What I want to do is I pulled a list of questions that you would ask somebody that would primarily know the answer if they were born in 1985, which is the year I was born. And I also pulled questions to ask somebody that was born in the year 2003, which is when you were born. So let's go through some of these questions, all right? Ooh, baby.
Let's go.
Ooh, man. Ooh, okay.
Let's go. I'm ready.
In the late 90s, Ryan, if you wanted to download music, whether it be legally or otherwise, there was a program that you downloaded music from. What was that called before it was shut down? Come on, man. There was a movie. Metallica shut them down. Not LimeWire. LimeWire was the other one. There was the original one, and it was called Napster. Do you remember Napster?
No.
God dang it, I feel old, man.
I
hate you.
About it, but I didn't really think about it. No. Never.
All right, here's one you'll get. Which short form video app, which was shut down in 2017, featured 6-second looping videos and was a great influence on what we now know as TikTok?
Either Vine or Musical.ly.
Vine is the right answer, baby.
Yeah,
Vine is the right answer. I remember Vine. I loved Vine.
Vine too. Vine's so funny.
Dude, some of my favorite TikTok videos as I'm scrolling through are when it's like classic Vine moments, and it's those old videos. Absolutely make me die. You'll know what I'm talking about here. Is the meme or the Vine? I think it was from Vine. The guy singing that he was just looking for a good church girl that reads her Bible. You know what I'm talking about, dude? I'm telling you. Yeah, yes, you
if
do.
I see the Vine, probably.
I'll send it to you, man. I'll send it to you. It's a guy. It's just literally a guy taking a selfie and he's singing that he's looking for a good church girl who reads her Bible. It is, dude. It's one of my favorite all-time Vines. I love it. I love it. Okay, in the game Minecraft, what is the name of the explosive green mob that makes a hissing sound before blowing up?
Oh, creeper.
That is a creeper. I would have had no idea. I know nothing about. I
barely played Minecraft, but yeah, I know that.
Yeah. All right. Here's another one.
85 or 2003.
This is an 85 question.
Oh, snap. Okay.
What was the name of the social media site where you had to curate your top 8 friends? You were allowed to display your top 8 friends on this social media platform that no longer exists. It tried to make a comeback, but it failed miserably. No answer?
MySpace.
That's it. It's MySpace. Was that a guess? That was a real guess? Right on, dude. Yeah. That is hilarious. I love that. I
did not think I was going to get that right at all.
Okay, Ryan, I don't know if you're going to get this. I really don't. What is the name of the fictional kingdom where Frozen takes place?
Oh, snap.
Do you know? Have you seen Frozen?
Yeah, I've seen Frozen, the snow girl and her
sister.
The snow.
Okay, if you refer to her as the snow girl and her sister, I do not think that you're going to get this. Elsa and Anna are the name of the two. Yep, and they are the princesses of Arendelle.
It is that thing.
It is. Yep. Okay, here's another 2003 question for you. What is the name of the dance move that was popularized back in 2016 by the Backpack Kid?
Oh, floss.
Floss is correct. Yep, you're right.
Yeah.
All right, here's a 1985. Here's a 1985. We used to have this thing back in the day called AOL Instant Messenger. We called it AIM. Okay? That is how we communicated. We didn't have TikTok. We didn't have that stuff. We had AIM. If I would say to somebody, ASL question mark, what does that mean? Do you know?
ASL question mark?
Yep. If I would ask somebody ASL, do you know what that means? That stands for, that would be me asking you, because you just had a screen name. Your name would be Flying Swingler.
And
I would ask
lame.
you, ASL means what's your age, what's your sex, and what's your location. So I would say 40, male, St. Louis. And that's how people talked. Dude, it's crazy. I know we're running out of time. Got a couple more here for you. Ryan, what does no cap mean?
That means not lying.
That is very true. You are right there. Finally here, what Disney Channel star turned pop sensation released a massive debut album called Sour in 2021? This chick sang, dude, crazy, massively popular songs. Olivia Rodrigo, bro.
You didn't even let me say it.
Well, you took forever.
I was about to say Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh, were you? Well, congratulations.
Yes.
Hey, Ryan, before we get out of here, anything that you'd like to say to wrap up 2025?
Make sure you treat your loved ones right and make amends with anybody that you got beef with.
Love it. I absolutely love it. Well, hey, Ryan, thank you so much for all your help today, man. This was a lot of fun. Thank you to Vic for letting me fill in today. Thank you for St. Louis for tuning in. For Ryan Swingler, I am Tony Patrico. Hot Take Central 2.0 coming up next. This is Arch City Now on the Lou Information Station. See ya.